Okay, welcome everybody to August meeting of the Energy Committee. And one of the first things I wanted to do was welcome Dean Sorensen, who unfortunately could not be here today, but he was officially appointed and sworn in to the Energy Committee. So that gives us 3 permanent members, myself, Mike Ahern, and Dean Sorensen. And one of the things we're going to try to do is get the select board to reduce the number of members on the Energy Committee from 7 to 5, so that with 3 official members, if they all attend, we will have a quorum. Okay. With that, do we have any members of the public online?
Not seeing any.
There's one participant, that would be us.
That's us, yeah.
No other participants?
Nope.
And no, okay. With that, a brief review of the minutes from the previous meeting. Although, once again, since seem to be operating not as an official deliberation, since we don't have a quorum and did not last month, based on the 7 members. We're not required to submit official minutes, but we did take them anyway. Mike Ahern prepared the minutes and sent them out. I think was it the 22nd of January?
It was quite a while ago. Yeah.
I think it was the 22nd of July. I have them right in front of me, a hard copy. I think everybody does. I certainly have no comments and would suggest that we accept the minutes as written.
Mandalima PE, or
Yeah, that's fine, doesn't matter.
it should be, yeah. Sorry, didn't
What's
know.
that?
I thought perhaps Amanda was a registered professional engineer, seemed quite likely, but I didn't want to guess and didn't put it on there. So I would just say, let's add PE to Amanda.
Have that going forward. Now, did you have any comments on the minutes?
No, I'm not, I'm just here as the town.
But
support
it
staff.
refers to you and
Yeah.
talks about
Yeah.
things you said, according to me, so.
So.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. So I guess we will accept the
All right,
minutes
thanks.
as modified by Mike Ahern
Yeah.
to include Amanda as a professional engineer. So,
I'm licensed as well, but I usually don't put it on anything official because I don't pay the dues. The state of Connecticut. Years and years and years ago, they went up in the dues. It was like $20 a year and it went to 200,
Oh,
which
wow.
in those days was a lot of money. Still not small, but, and I
the
thought,
company wouldn't
I'm not-
pay it? Company
What-
would pay for it?
the company said, Mike, we'll pay for it. You go get your stamp and we'll use you. And I said, and what are you going to buy insurance for me? Nothing. So I said, I'm not doing that either. I never got the stamp. Yeah, no insurance. No, thank
You're
you.
working for them as a company and you did something as a PE, you
It,
personally would.
that's the whole idea with PE. Yeah, it's personal. So I never got
Is it expensive insurance, do you know? Do you know what it was?
yeah, it would have been a few thousand at least. And then the insurance company would want to know, what are you doing? And I think when they hear your work, you're doing maybe PE stamps on foundations for electrical substations or something, I think they'd get quite upset. And yeah, so no, thanks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna not use, although, yeah.
Okay, moving right along.
Mm.
Amanda, any update on town energy news?
Yeah, so 2 updates. One is just continuing the progress on the senior center. Seemed that they started some backfill operations to get the pads in for the batteries. And then the other update, I provided some documentation here. In July, I sat in on a call with the Cape Cod Commission. They're taking an initiative with this Charging Smart program. I'm not sure if you guys have any history with it.
Electric vehicles?
Yes, yeah. They had asked for a letter of support back a few months ago. And hold on one second, we were one of the, let's see here, one, two, three. We were one of 6 communities. Truro, Orleans, Chatham, Brewster, and Sandwich are the other communities that are, we're looking for letters of support. And again, there's a kind of a guide in regards to the Charging Smart program. They have different designations, in regards to, opportunities moving forward for the different level of charging units like we talked about. There, again, here is a program guide, and then this is the presentation that the commission had given in regards to what their efforts are for the next year. And how their goal is to get the communities that are participating to the bronze stature, which is outlined in here in this presentation.
How many communities on the Cape participating?
So we're one of, what did I say, 6? One of 6
6.
that are looking to participate, and it goes through like kind of like a siting analysis based on densities. Their goals here, their letter of commitment was, like I mentioned, back in the spring. They're looking to get self-assessments done, completed. So there is I did print out that as well. They're looking for like, how do you permit a charging unit within the community? And then move forward from there. The other part is providing technical assistance and documentation, and then helping with the scorecard and metrics to get a designation approval. And they've got, as I mentioned, 3 different designations here. And their goal is to help the communities get the bronze designation.
How many would we need to install for that,
It's not how many we install, it just is a review of the zoning, the permit application for like the actual infrastructure is, and then meeting with the utilities for some collaborative opportunities, and each category gives you a certain amount of points. And then, you get the goal is to get a total of 80. So again, it's really in the preliminary phases. It's definitely, I think, an opportunity to kind of go through here. What they have in order to, move forward. And then there's some information here in regards to the self-assessment that we're gonna, move forward through. The last update that we had last month was regarding the part-time energy manager. I haven't heard any updates on that, whether we've received any applicants. But that would be like something that would be led.
Was talking to Bob about it. He said they've had 2 applicants.
2 applicants. Oh, that's more than I didn't know. Jeff was just gonna ask, and we were talking about it earlier today. So yeah, that's all I have for updates.
Who pays for all of this work on that?
This is through the Cape Cod Commission.
So they pay for it? Any outside staff, internal Yarmouth town staff would be just staff time, I suppose, right?
Right, yeah, no, yeah, that's,
Outside costs, the commission would pick up.
yeah, nothing.
Even the installation of the EV, the chargers when that.
Yeah, I mean, I welcome you to look at the presentation in regards to kind of where they're going at, like, once you have the designation, what does that open you up for? Because they weren't clear in regards to like, oh, you do this and, you get a certain amount of charging units or anything. They have here that by having the designation that you can supplement and leverage staff capacity and funding, amplify impacts to state and federal funding, remove unnecessary barriers, decrease soft costs and EV market growth. But then when I read that, I don't see anything specific.
Well, they said meet with the utilities. I have a feeling they want you to see if you can put Yarmouth on the map with the utilities and get them to put them in.
Yeah. could be.
That's,
Really?
well, yeah, it's a way to sell electricity. I think
Utilities put in, they're gonna charge. Maybe if the town.
Oh, of course. Yeah, they'll charge. Yeah.
The senior center has one over there, don't they?
Yeah, and like we talked
There's
about.
no
before.
charge for it either, is there?
Right, and it's just a level 2, so you have to be there for a lengthy duration.
To get used, much?
We're not, I'm not specifically monitoring it, but I know that, that Eversource was as part of it, but I haven't heard.
I'll have to look when I go over.
Yeah. You go over. look.
Yeah, it sounds like Yeah, a good application for seniors, right? If it's gonna be there they'll be there all day and you just.
Yeah, it would be interesting to find out. Like, I know the ones at the DPW, they were installed at the same time. And it's residents in the area that will come after hours, they'll plug their car in.
Those free, those free,
Yeah,
are they?
yeah, so.
Are they supposed to be for anybody? They're supposed to be just for the DPW.
I mean, they are public spaces, so I
Ah.
don't think they're as defined.
Yeah,
They-
good to know, huh? But those are also these level twos, the slow charge. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So how long does it take to charge?
yeah.
Yeah,
8 hours, right?
I think so, yeah.
8 hours?
Yeah, yeah. But it's much easier electrically. It's a 120 volt connection. It's like
What
a
will,
house outlet.
what will the high speed one, how long will it take for a high speed one to do?
They can cut it down. The Tesla ones will do it in under an hour, right? It's an hour, I think. But
Okay. All done, Amanda?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay,
I would just ask too, I would kind of challenge our EVs actually carbon neutral. Or even advantageous. I have a feeling they're not. My sense is hybrid electric vehicles are probably much better for the environment than either extreme, just the internal combustion or the, but I don't know if anyone knows. Does anybody know? No. And is there an accepted wisdom in Yarmouth? EVs are the way to be, or?
I don't, I'm not sure if there's any education on that. I mean, I know we
Yeah.
have the green communities.
Right.
So there's those components when it comes to purchasing vehicles. I don't get as involved because as Jeff has alluded in regards to the DPW, we're not usually the vehicles that they're looking for the hybrids because you know, we have the snow removal requirements.
Yeah,
much
kind
bigger.
of be able to push, yeah,
Yeah.
right. You need a
Compared
lot of
to,
power.
I know that there are a few vehicles that use the charging from town hall staff.
Uh-huh. Huh,
And we tried to get a hybrid for one of the water SUVs. And it was actually really challenging to get it.
Huh.
So it didn't end up working
okay. Thanks.
okay. Next item on the agenda was this draft 2025 Plan Yarmouth Local Comprehensive Plan,
Mhm.
which I sent you a copy.
Mhm.
I don't think I sent it to you, Amanda, but I'm sure you've seen it, right?
out.
But I did send you, I put together 4 pages of notes on it. Did I copy you that on that? Well, if I didn't send it to you electronically, you just got it today, I hope.
Oh,
Make yourself. a
I didn't grab that extra.
Maybe over here.
and, let me just say that it kind of caught me by surprise looking through this. Especially if we go to the last page 4.
Mhm.
Page 4 on here, which is really, this is how they're gonna implement their plan. And you see down there under responsible partners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of 5 of those 8 actions, they've got EC in on,
Mhm.
as well as DPW.
Mhm.
Yeah, DPW, I guess, Amanda, right?
So, yep,
Have you seen this?
yeah.
Did you have any input to this?
I have met with Kathy. We talked about a few of the different ones.
Did you offer up the energy committee?
I mean, I don't know that part of the process, and I know obviously there needs to be, so, you know, designations, but we can, you know, it's open for comment, so.
Till September 1st,
Yeah,
right.
we can provide comment back to Kathy if we, don't.
get that down there, Mike, by. You know, it's open for public comment through September 1st. Which is, what is September 1st? Is that Labor Day this year? I think.
Yeah, it's coming
I
close,
think
yeah.
so, yeah.
It is. Let's just look at these one at a
Sure.
time, because
Yeah.
I think, you know, if we decide that we should abide by what they have laid out here, then certainly this, annual operating plan that, we were talking about doing
Mhm.
should kind of match
Yes,
with this.
absolutely. It should be aligned, yeah.
So action one, first of all. When I didn't read the entire document, but as I skimmed through it and read the energy stuff. In kind of detail wherever I could find it. First thing that popped in my, well, two things. One is they state what their goal is. For instance, for climate mitigation and energy, the goal is to promote renewable energy initiatives, energy conservation and efficiencies, to reduce energy consumption and the production of greenhouse gases and support the Commonwealth statewide. Well, I've been doing this kind of plans for many, many years. With the Department of Energy among others, but there's two schools of thought on this kind of stuff. Is what's a goal and what's an objective for starters. And to me, that's not a goal. That's an objective. You say promote renewable energy. Okay, so I would say the objective is to promote, and part of what I've always said with regard to energy committee is to inspire energy sustainability within the town. Okay, so that, to me, that's kind of an objective, but then what's the goal? The goal is when you put a numeric number, a metric and a number on that. So you can know when you have achieved the goal. The objective is forever, you're gonna wanna keep promoting forever, presumably. So. Given that, as I look through the plan, the question I always ask is. How are you gonna measure how well you're doing against what you call goals and I call objectives? How well are you gonna measure how well you're doing against them? And then what do you want to, what kind of numerics do you want to put on those metrics each year? So that when you have to, I guess, report back as to how well you have satisfied your goals for the year, you've got something to measure it with. Okay, so keeping that in mind, then if we look at action one, which is to utilize the municipal energy manager, blah, 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 to hire. You can read that as well as I. Okay, so. I mean, I would say the first goal is you gotta hire somebody. That would be a goal. To hire. And then you can talk about utilizing them, and how you utilize them is, I don't know how you're gonna measure that. By the number of hours he works, by the number of dollars he brings in on grants and things.
Yeah, I think just the quick overview, in regards to the conversations I've had with Kathy is, when it comes to some of these actions, and like you said, it's designated under a group, is really trying to align with where we already want to go with things, and obviously this helps guide it. And the metrics are a good element, but we just don't want to get like locked into, so if we don't meet something, then, that we're, that it's, a bad regard. The goal is to be doing things that we are, moving forward with, like you mentioned, whether it's the, action plan that you guys, operating plan that you guys are putting together, keeping that information in line.
Yeah, but that leaves the door open. Tell me how I will measure it and I'll tell you how I will perform, kind of a thing. So. That document they put together, I think is a great document. If you should, basically, every realtor should get a copy of that and hand it to somebody when somebody moves into town. And they can read it and understand what Yarmouth is all about, what they've done in the past and what they'd like to do in the future, in a very, I don't know, subjective sense. Anyway. I don't see what responsibility we would have with regard to the municipal energy manager, other than maybe sharing with him whatever plan we come up with would be.
Well, I would hope him or her would be a participant.
Yeah, they would be the liaison. that position
Uh-oh,
is intended.
and we
to-
lose you?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
That position is intended to report to me.
Oh, okay. Then we don't really
Report to
lose.
you?
Yeah. right,
Excellent.
Yeah, so it's still DPW, but energy, but there,
Got it.
yeah, so it's, I
Super.
think there's a lot of overlap.
That
Can
sounds
you
good.
delegate energy committee? Energy manager?
That's okay.
Yeah, that would be the intent. So then
So
they're
we
fully,
get both, then, so that works. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we have, who was, Rich that used to be here? Rich, what was his last name? How long have you been here?
6 years.
Maybe right about that time. Rich, he came from Wellfleet.
Yeah,
Which-
yeah, he had a bunch of positions, wore a
Yeah.
lot of hats here.
He used to sit in on our energy committee meetings all the time. I forget what his last name was. Do you remember?
Benvenuto.
Yeah. Benvenu, NV.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right, Benvenu. Okay. Action 2, implement Green Community Act projects such as purchasing hybrid or zero emission town vehicles, installation of energy efficient HVAC systems and weatherizations. I mean, we certainly, that's kind of in line with our energy efficiency stuff,
Mhm.
so
Sure.
there's not a problem there.
Right.
Action 3, support education and outreach efforts of the energy committees.
Mhm.
So,
Well, it's
did
good.
you
we-
get that inserted like that?
I didn't provide.
I wonder, maybe Joyce had something, or maybe,
Maybe.
actually, they probably pulled that off the old plan. I know I had given Kathy a copy of our old plan, the 5-year-old plan, and,
Okay.
And I know
She thinks
Liz
she
has
used
given, yeah, Liz has given comments to Kathy as well.
Liz, okay. Okay, so those first 3 are okay. 4, action 4, explore and pursue options for green infrastructure at municipal facilities or lands, EV charging stations, and geothermal. Well, I mean, one of the things I thought that we would be doing in our plan would be going to the MEI database to understand who's using how much energy throughout the town, the schools versus the town buildings,
Mhm.
okay? And that would certainly be a first step on doing a lot of this stuff. I don't know that we want to ourselves get into geothermal. Is there a geothermal expert in the town? Amanda,
Not that I'm aware of.
I did some geothermal work.
Oh, good for you.
For
Super.
Edinburgh. But, if instead of if we called that geothermal heat pumps, just heat pumps, which could be either air source or geothermal source. Right. But anyway, certainly a portion of that we can be contribute to.
Thank you.
Then action 6, encourage resident participation in home evaluations and energy savings. We talked about doing that anyways, I know. I have a pretty good database from when I was doing the solarized stuff on residents in town and what kind of heating systems they use and everything. That might be a good place to start to see how we can, although you have to be careful there when you're trying to pulse the town residents, right, Amanda? I mean, certainly, you can't go out for a survey and stuff like that without having special dispensation from the board, town administrator, or something, maybe even something bigger than that. I think, right?
I'm not sure that.
Yeah, there's.
It would seem like cheap insurance, it's likely to get some complaints from somewhere and they're likely to go to this. So you do well to get that authority's blessing on the effort so that they know it's
Exactly.
coming.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
They would, the board would look not favorably on us if we started going out and interviewing.
Without their approval, right?
find out how we want to handle that.
Mhm.
Okay, so. I guess the five actions that they've got listed there. Can fit. For the most part within what it is we want to be doing. So.
We're looking only at our, that action 7, I was thinking to myself, do we know that that's a win for the environment? Handheld equipment to battery operated, and I was thinking to myself, okay, so there's,
Electric leaf blowers quieter than gas powered ones.
well, yeah, it's setting aside the noise concern. I thought this was about greenhouse gas and. So I was thinking to myself, geez, are we really sure that that's more efficient? Because I tend to think if you go from fuel to doing useful work, that tends to beat efficiency wise, going from fuel to useful work at a power plant, transporting the electricity and then putting it in a battery and taking the battery losses. So I don't really know which one is more efficient.
I know, again, when I was at the renewable energy lab.
Yeah.
And we were looking at hydrogen a lot.
Oh, yeah.
People did those kind of calculations.
Yeah.
On, okay, how much does it cost to make hydrogen?
Right.
If you electrolyze water. Well, if you do it by plugging something into the wall versus having a solar panel, it's
Yeah.
a big difference.
Oh, huge. Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
difference. As far as being cost effective.
Well, this is, or even environmentally effective. I think that's, I think whoever wrote this thinks that that's better for the environment. I'm just not sure that's true.
So one of the things we could do is. I just kick your foot.
Yeah, but that's okay. No worries.
Um. I guess we could do back of the envelope calculation on
Do
that.
an evaluation, yeah.
Yeah,
Or Amanda at DPW, you think has done an evaluation or?
I could look into that,
number 7.
yeah.
Yeah, I
right
mean, it's
now-
assigned to DPW,
Right.
but I just wonder if that's actually more
Mhm.
efficient.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I work for the electric company, but I knew that what we were doing in the power plants, you know, we're turning heat into
Right,
electron flow, but then it's going in a battery. The battery has losses and
Mhm.
delivery has losses and if the basic technology that we were doing was just burning the fuel anyway, just like the machine would do. You know, it really made me
Right, yeah.
wonder, is this a winner? I don't know.
yeah. It's a good conversation to have.
Yeah, I guess it could start, you know, if a DPW could start with an evaluation, right?
Mhm.
Although this is kind of conclusive, it kind of reads like,
Right,
for sure, the right direction is get battery powered.
yeah, we can, we can,
But maybe it's for other reasons. I'm just guessing it's environment, but maybe it's safety.
No.
No, okay, it's environment,
yeah,
okay.
this
I
one's
don't
under.
think if it's in here,
Oh, all right,
this is all supposed to be under climate mitigation and energy,
okay, yeah.
so. Okay. Uh. So. Mike, I just remind you that if you want to get some comments back on this plan.
Well, I was gonna ask if we should as a partial energy committee, yeah, because you've got the point about goals versus objectives. And you've got the point about geothermal versus more broadly heat pumps.
Right.
And then my point would be action 7, are we sure that's a win?
Okay,
Those would be our comments, right?
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then maybe I might have some overview comments on the whole report.
Yeah,
As opposed to.
so would you care to just put in comments then?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do it for us then? Yeah.
Get me the minutes and I'll.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll do minutes pretty quick.
I'll
Yeah.
Try to put one together and I'll.
Yeah.
Send it to you.
Okay,
That would be just us. You're not involved in that.
and
Yeah.
Dean, right, we'd
Indeed.
we'd give Dean a shot at it, but he
Yeah.
might. Yeah, I
You
don't,
see somebody coming? Anybody on the? Anybody on the,
no, one
Zoom?
participant still.
just us.
just us? Oh. It's transcribing what you talked.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so behave. It's all recorded. Life in 2025, right? Behave.
Yeah.
Everything's recorded somewhere.
So if
Just
you
to
get-
note that we just
you
have
get
to
stuck with
wrap
doing
up
them,
in 15 minutes.
Yep.
you get stuck doing the minutes, you can always look at the recording.
Yeah, you have to click the closed captions in order to get the transcript, so. I did start that part a little
Good to
later,
know.
but the recording's there.
But yeah, I've got enough of notes right now.
All right.
So does that satisfy the operating plan update too, Mike?
Yes, I think
Yeah, I
so.
think so.
So, any member announcements or suggestions for future agenda items?
Well, I wanted to clarify from the last minute. You had listed possible action items. You were looking for volunteers. And one of the areas was to come up with materials to maybe promote mass save and weatherization. And my question was, like, how big a deal is that? If what you're talking about is put a presentation together with a PowerPoint and maybe have a brochure version of it, sure, I could do that. If it's more than that, then I'm not sure I could do that.
Well, I think we can probably get lots of materials from Cape Light Compact.
Yeah,
Okay.
or Mass Save themselves, right? They've got a website and Mass Save has, yeah.
But, where would you go for Mass Save? I don't know.
I went on their website.
Oh.
Yeah, when we met at the senior center there, when I was doing my available hour there, or hours, I was calling up different websites. There's plenty of stuff on websites.
We can just stop over at the Cape Light Compacts over on White's Path. right? Just go in there, they got all kinds of stuff,
Okay,
Yeah,
they got all kinds of stuff. You know where it is on White's Path?
no, but I'm sure I can find it.
It's a pretty big building.
it's just past National Grid. on the right.
Okay, thanks.
Go by a storage facility, and then the sign creeps right up on you. But once you see the storage facility, slow down.
Turn.
Yeah.
Okay. At 45 miles.
Yeah. Now that I said National Grid storage facility, you'll know, because it will
Yeah.
creep up on you.
I'm sure I could find it, but for materials. Yeah, and so my other thought, Mike, is we should really try to get a town teacher on the committee if we can. And if not, at least make contact. I'm very open to making presentations and things like that, or putting it together. But I think a connection into the high school would be really helpful for a lot of our goals, the educational goals.
Okay.
Yeah,
So. We won't be able to hit them until after Labor Day.
probably true. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
is
was
the
thinking
look
too, that, I mean, there's a couple active, like Facebook groups too. that-
Oh, are there?
Yeah, I think there's one for DY, so maybe it's not a teacher, but maybe it's parent. Maybe that might be interested, that's in the science.
What's the name of it?
There's a couple of Friends of Yarmouth pages that you might be able to
Yeah.
just post.
Friends of DY, did you say it was?
See, I can look it up. I don't think I'm in.
I appreciate the parent idea, but I would want the kind of, again, the authorization, the official
Yeah, but they'd also have to be a Yarmouth resident, so that might be hard,
to be on the committee.
right?
Yeah, even if
Yeah.
it was a liaison, then who can we work with, or who could I work with? Because to me, an ideal path for the message would be to the student population in the high school.
And bring the stuff home to their parents.
Well, that's the hope, and also to produce kind of a generational change, right? We'd want to just make sure people have some basic understanding in the high school and. Yeah, Friends of DY.
It looks like it's Dennis Yarmouth parents. And then the other one's Friends of Yarmouth.
Just Friends of Yarmouth.
They must have a parent-teacher association, do they?
Not
And
sure.
if they have that, and if they have meetings.
When my years, looking back, and my wife was quite active too with the PTAs that we, of course, our kids grew up in Connecticut and we were, down there. But, I didn't think, I felt like the teachers were almost hostile to curriculum ideas via PTA, there was like. I do remember one year the town didn't fund all the money that was asked for. We lived in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. And so they said, well, then we can't teach computers. So then the administration said, do we have a volunteer? So I said, yeah, sure, I'll come in and I'll teach computers. Well, the teachers watched that happen a couple of times and then they took over and then they taught computers, which was fine. Just wanted to see
They took it over and booted you out.
yeah, but they hadn't got the money to hire a computer teacher. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but it was very basic. It's very, very basic. So, anyway, yeah, so I like the idea of connect with the teachers rather than with the parents.
Okay,
I don't know if there's, do you think Joyce knows anybody over there? Like,
well, she knew Regina. I don't know.
That's Sandy.
Well, we used to have somebody that worked over there, Sandra Cashin.
Yeah.
She retired,
yeah,
but she would have known all the teachers, yeah.
yeah.
Of course, I could still call Sandra, I think.
Would you mind?
Yeah, no, I'll send Sandra.
But do you agree that that would be a great, if we had a liaison, if we had and then we could be the visiting talk for today, a Friday, and if it's warm out or something and they want the,
See if we can recommend somebody.
and they can make sure we don't do anything untoward. But I do think,
Pulse Regina, even though you're not a permanent member, maybe you want to be.
wouldn't that be great? That would,
Regina.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. Make sure you get those actions down in there for me.
Oh, okay. So MD to, oh, yeah, comment.
Sandra and Regina.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make comments on public comment.
Public comments on what?
Were you gonna do the comments for the committee on the towns? Oh, okay, so you got,
Pull that, so I got-
you're looking at 3 action items now.
oh, I can handle it.
Okay,
I'm retired now.
comments on town plan. Outreach to Sandra and
Gina.
Regina. Thank you for that. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Nobody else has any suggestions on future items? We will adjourn until Monday, September 8th.
Okay,
I didn't put a room in there. What do you
Yeah.
think it should be? A or B?
To follow up, I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah. Take a look.
but knowing the time is enough. Okay,
All right.
well, thank you.